cautiously optimistic, but as an Everton fan, and I'm sure all other Everton fans will echo what I'm saying here, that's a very dangerous situation to be in, because I felt like this before and it's come back and bit me on the bum.
Yeah, you referenced it off air, the time that Everton lost to Liverpool's under-21s in an FA Cup third round game. So even when you think confidence should be right at the top, you just never know with this game, do you? But in terms of confidence levels and how the midweek sort of efforts will affect things, I mean, in terms of what fixture you would like to follow up a Champions League exit at the hands of PSG with, how high up the list is a Merseyside derby at Hill Dickinson Stadium?
Yeah, I mean, it's not ideal, is it? It's a Tuesday, Sunday turnaround, so it shouldn't be the end of the world, and obviously there was no extra time, and I mean, that's just what you've got to deal with, isn't it? Liverpool should have enough players. I think this is a separate issue, but I don't think they've got anywhere near enough squad depth. I think that's something they've got to think about in the summer.
And potentially 2 more injuries last night as well.
And yeah, more injuries, and obviously you'd like to think they can get themselves up to it. A bit similar to against PSG. I think the atmosphere helped them, and that extra intensity and the kind of extra running. First half in particular, I think for McAllister and Gravenberch, I thought they were better than what they have been. It's been a low bar, obviously, in terms of that intensity, but you'd like to think that they can raise the game for a big occasion, and there's quite a few big games to finish this season with, obviously, Everton at the start, but then there's still United, Chelsea, Aston Villa. There's games where you'd like to think that Liverpool can raise it for those, because it has tended to be those bigger games where they have shown something. There's been a few examples of that, so that's kind of what you've got to pin your hopes on, I think.
Well, we are well and truly, I hereby declare, by the way, Merseyside derby preview time well and truly open now that it is the next game for both teams. Everton, of course, looking back to Everton's last game, keeping up the positive vibes as the kids, I think that's what the kids say these days, isn't it? It's all about vibes. Yeah, I think I've got it right. Trying to get younger audiences, BBC, you've got to try and appeal to all of them, haven't you? But obviously a late equaliser to get that draw against Brentford. I'd even go as far to say, actually, it was 3 points gained in a way for Everton, Lee, because you're taking 2 points off a direct rival right at the end of the game there, obviously picking up one yourselves. How big an equaliser was that?
I think it's massive, and it's the latest example of this Everton side not knowing when they're beaten and playing until the end. And I think we've had a couple of really big late goals that have secured us either a point or 3 points, especially on the road.
Yeah.
And it is just an indication of the seemingly huge mindset shift that this group of players have brought in this season, and that's why the away record is so good. But yeah, it was. For weeks in advance of this game, I think everyone looked at that and thought, if we can get something, a positive result of sorts that really keeps us in the mix. Obviously, 3 points would have been amazing, but it still would have been really tight. I don't think it would have changed that much. What it does is it keeps Everton cemented in its eighth position, within touching distance of 5th and 6th. And I think with the feel-good factor and the momentum and the confidence and the real belief that this squad of players seems to have at the minute, and you look at the fixtures that we've got left, it all points towards an exciting end to the season. I think the home games lend themselves really well. I think City, Liverpool, big games. Everton will be, really up for that. And then Sunderland, the last home game of the season, if there's something on it and we need to win that game, you'd fancy our chances.
You've got to, I just want to talk about the excitement of the end of the season for a minute, and your belief as well, because Everton seem to be in a good spot at the moment. But if you look at the league table, you can take it as one of two ways. Yeah, Everton are well in the hunt for a European place, and they're at the sort of upper end of this group that I'm going to talk about now. But looking at 6th place, you've got Chelsea on 48 points, and 6 points behind them, you've got to go all the way down to Newcastle in 14th. There's a huge number of teams who will arguably be saying we're still in the hunt for a European place here. And Everton you could argue they could finish as high as 6th or 5th, there you say it, or they could finish as low as 13th, 14th. But it feels like the confidence is that it's going to be the former, not the latter.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if I was to ask you that question, Phil, can you really see us finishing 13th? You just can't see this Everton side dropping off a cliff.
But the points-wise, it only takes a couple of defeats and you're back in that sort of half of the group.
Yeah, of course it could, yeah. I've just mentioned the home fixtures there. If you look at the remaining 3 away fixtures as well, we've got West Ham, Palace and Spurs. You'd fancy Everton's chances there, given our away record so far this season. We've gone away to much more difficult places than those and got 3 points. And we've got something to play for. I